We have been waiting for you. Welcome back to the United Kingdom, Mick Foley.
I'm at a loss for words, so I'm just going to go with a cheap pop here. It's great to be here in the UK. I can do better than that, Bill.
Let me hear it. Wait a minute. Hold it down.
Finally, The Rock's tag team partner has come back to Coventry.
Not only can they chant your name, they have questions for you. Let's start off. John, where are you? He's right over here. Let's start off on the end of the stage. John, right over there.
Hiya, Mick Foley.
Hello, Mick Foley.
How are you?
I just want to say,
Hello,
I
love.
think you're a brilliant wrestler.
Thank you.
And how's your family?
That's the question?
How's your family? And could I have my photo taken with you, please?
Oh, she put me on the spot. I'd look like a heel if I say no, right? Sure, come on up here.
You know what? I'm going to take this photo. I've taken
this
photos
one.
in my life.
Hey, don't you get any ideas, buddy, all right? The family, everybody's doing good, you know. But you know what? My older kids grew up knowing that I was on the road all the time, whereas my younger kids, you know, the 2-year-old doesn't really have a clue. He does walk around the house going, Sacco. But the 4-year-old doesn't know what I did for a living. He just thinks that every dad has their own action figure. So I, because rather than explain to him where I was going, I just took off without telling the kids I was leaving. So by the time they figure out I'm gone, I'll be almost home.
All right, first question. This gentleman right here on stage.
Why is the match of Shawn Michaels your favorite?
You know what? I'm not sure it is anymore. You know, well, no. I mean, I really, I really liked it, but I also liked that match I did at Backlash with Randy Orton. So, you know what? I consider those two of my favorites because in the Shawn Michaels match, I was Mankind after being Cactus Jack for many years, and a lot of fans were down on the Mankind character. They thought it was like a sellout. So for me, it was like a personal triumph, you know, to go out there and put in 27 minutes with a guy who worked as fast a pace as Shawn Michaels. And obviously, with Randy Orton, I was coming back after 4 years. I had the WrestleMania match, and I was a little disappointed with not the outcome, but with my performance in it. So I went back to the drawing board. For the first time, I whipped out the old Cactus Jack tapes, and I was like, it was like Rocky and Rocky 3 trying to get that eye of the tiger back.
Recharging the batteries again.
Yeah, I had to remember what it was, you know, that used to make me good. So I went back, and by virtue of the fact that we had a really good match, I felt like it was a personal victory.
You got the eye of the tiger back.
Yeah, I got it back,
All right.
yeah.
Right over here.
Are you going to knock out that leather-faced fuck Ric Flair?
Everybody always asks me about you and Ric Flair.
You know what, let me, I try to keep my finger on the pulse of the American public. And I want to see, all right, but now let's take, get the finger on the pulse of you guys here in the UK. Is that a match you guys would like to see? I was thinking about it. But man, I'll tell you what. If I did that match, the expectations would be way up here, and I'm afraid my performance would be way down here, and a lot of people would be disappointed. And
why don't you give us your real feelings about this?
no, you know what? Here's the thing. If I walk into this dressing room in the back there, almost everybody's going to be happy to see me and is going to respect me and what I did in the ring. I've only got I've only got a certain number of matches left. Maybe I don't have any matches left. And I would like to have those matches with people who like me and respect me. Otherwise, it's...
Do you respect the legend of Ric Flair?
Oh, yeah. Ric Flair's amazing, you know. And I to this day, I'm hoping that my phone will ring one day and it'll be Rick and he'll say, Cactus, I watched the DVD and, brother, I was wrong about you. And if that phone call were to come, I might rethink it. But I really, Ric Flair's an amazing wrestler. He does a great job on Raw. But I don't need to wrestle people who think I suck. That's just my feeling.
All right, this gentleman over here with the bushy red hair. Well, he doesn't have bushy red hair, but you can start with him.
Excellent. Dude, you've had some excellent points.
Wait.
Go.
Don't ever call me dude.
What if he says love?
No.
What if
She
you
can
love
call
you?
me love.
Yeah,
You can't call me dude.
I don't want a kiss, and I don't want a photo.
Okay.
What do you want in that case? Your question.
My question, you've had some excellent fights. Years. You fought the best. You are the best.
Hey, cut him some slack. He's nervous. He's talking to the hardcore legend here, all right?
My question for you, Coca-Cola or Pepsi?
Are you serious?
Or Fanta.
I usually go with the cheap store brands.
Super fresh.
Is that Dolly Parton over there?
That's her. She
Man,
came all the way over to see you.
I have been longing for Dolly Parton since I was 10 years old. That's the truth.
Right over there.
What would you say to your children if they come to you and said they want to follow your career path?
Don't do it.
Why?
You know what? I would let my kids do whatever they wanted, but I would really stress the whole education thing. And, the wrestling business is hard because it's physically demanding and the chances for being successful are so slim, while the chance of being hurt seriously while trying to be a success are very high. And so I don't really feel that bad for broken down, beaten up ex-wrestlers, but I do feel bad for broken down, beaten up, uneducated ex-wrestlers. So I would say go to college and then you can do whatever you want, but I would let them know that it's a tough business.
Don't jump off the roof of your house.
Yeah, don't do the things I did. Yeah.
Right over there.
Hi, Mick. Hello. I just wanted to ask you, which scar have you got is your favourite? Your favourite story behind it, or
Well,
anything like that?
it's a bite mark I got back in '87.
Can you talk about this?
I don't know. Let me see if I have a favorite scar. Let me see.
A favorite?
Maybe that one. I had a big rip underneath my, lip from the Hell in a Cell. And that's the one where the rumor was I was I was smiling, whereas actually I was trying to stick my tongue through that hole and wiggle it around. And so what makes the scar kind of cool is, it's there every day. I can feel it anytime I want, and it's mine. No one else can see it. It's my own personal little scar, But that's a weird question, and I have to deduce that you are a very strange young lady.
We're gonna get a question way back. That gentleman with the orange bag, nice and loud. How do you feel about being worshipped as a god by so many people?
Yeah, I always assumed those Foley as God people were kidding. It's a little weird, like if you see. I draw the line at people who get tattoos. The wrestling tattoo on their arm.
In certain parts of their body.
Well, not even any part of their body. I mean, if a young lady wants to do it, that'd be kind of flattering. But for the guy to say, "Look at this, brother, I got Mick Foley's face on my arm," is a little weird. It reminds me of Stevie Richards. For those of you know Stevie, Stevie, when he was younger, had a Motley Crue tattoo put on his shoulder. And I said, Stevie, I was looking at the thing, it's not even like a cool tattoo. It just says Motley Crue in like homemade letters. And I said, do you ever regret getting that tattoo? And he looked at me and he said, every single day. So maybe the Foley is God people will come to realize that they forgot that little extra O in there, right? Foley's good. He's good. He's good looking. Foley is good looking. Okay, there we go.
If you had the opportunity to get a tattoo put on your body, what would it say?
Apter. Say Willie Apter.
We can't tell our wives about us. Right over there.
Did you guys know that Bill Apter did my wedding video?
Yes.
That's how
very
long
few
we've known
people
each
know
other.
that.
20 years I've known Bill. Pretty cool, right?
And I've also done Cookie Monster imitations in the middle of his night to help his children go to sleep.
Can you do a Cookie Monster imitation for the
He
fans?
called me-
right here in Coventry.
He called me one night at 3 o'clock in the morning, said, Dewey, my son, is having trouble sleeping. I said, Mick, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. He said, Bill, please. Little Dewey gets on. Hello, Cookie.
Hello, Dewey. This is the Cookie Monster. Cookie is going to sleep. Now, Dewey, go to sleep.
Okay, Cookie.
I'm just going to sit here because Bill Apter's going to take up the rest of the time. Right now,
Where's the
you gotta roll.
karaoke? No,
Do a
go
little
ahead.
Jerry Lewis for
A
us.
little Jerry Lewis, yes. Excuse me. The next question. Cut it out.
Hi, Mick. What did you think of the film documentary Beyond the Mat?
What a hatchet job Barry Blaustein did on me. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not Jake Roberts. No, hey, it caused some trouble with me and the company because, Vince wants people to, he wants them to be into the magic of wrestling, the type of thing that makes people forget their problems. And he thought by showing like the downside and the family troubles that wrestling can create that we were kind of lifting the veil on that magic. I disagreed. At the time that Barry Blaustein got a hold of me, I was in ECW, and my role was supposed to be the guy who had almost made it and didn't. And fortunately, my role in that movie changed a little bit. But I was really happy to be a part of it. And the funny thing about WWE is they then went ahead and did the Mania Behind WrestleMania, their own documentary, which was far more depressing than Blaustein's Beyond the Mat. Right? Did anyone see that? Yeah. You had Angle worried about being paralyzed for life. You had Austin worried about being paralyzed for life. And then you had Brock Lesnar, who was perfectly fine and was then almost paralyzed for life. And it had none of the humor of Beyond the Mat.
He should be?
Yeah. Man. You're a Republican,
How many people
aren't
here?
you?
How many people here? How many people here loved Beyond the Mat? Just to show hands. Yes, they liked it. Okay, next question.
Where are we going, Bill?
Right, where are you, John?
I'm over here, up where the last guy was.
Just grab somebody with a hand up, John.
Okay, go for it, pal.
Put the heat on, John.
Hi, Mick. I was up last night watching. I'm over here, by the way.
Are you near Dolly Parton?
Hello.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
I was just wondering. Still over here, by the way. Mick, up here.
That way.
Okay.
I was just wondering. I was watching your Kane Dewey promo
Yes.
last night, getting all excited, and I just wondered who cuts. I love you, man. What can I say? I don't get out much.
Okay.
But I just wondered who did the best promo now, currently, in the wrestling business. Who you think does the best promo?
No, it's not Heidenreich. No.
Let me think. JBL does give a good promo.
He does a great promo.
Gives a very funny promo. I'm always a fan of the Kurt Angle stuff, but I liked him when he was... I don't like serious Kurt Angle. I like the goofy, big hat-wearing, guitar-playing Kurt Angle promos. And,
As I do with JBL as the old Bradshaw.
Yeah.
Maniac.
And let me see. Jericho is always entertaining. And I think Al Snow's got to be considered up there. Just kidding. All right.
Is there too much interview time on WWE?
I'm not sure. There's such thing as good interview time, and then there's bad interview time. I've always maintained, and if I keep saying it, maybe someone will listen to me. They've got to stop scripting the interviews.
Put it back in the hands of the people who know what they're doing with
one
it.
of the problems, this has happened in 99 and 2000 when wrestling was so hot, it didn't really matter what you said as long as Austin could flip people off and Rock could do his things because we were on a roll.
Right.
And I remember saying to Shawn Michaels, who was retired at that time, I said, you know what the shame is? That down the road when wrestling stops being as hot, they're going to need those guys who can do those promos from the heart instead of from the page. And ironically, or unfortunately, because wrestling won't be as hot, those will be the guys as being seen by history as not being able to draw, which would be unfortunate. But I was lucky in a way because I came back last year when wrestling was not quite as hot as it had been. And a lot of the people who were into it because it was the in thing were now on to something else. And therefore, I was able to give 7-minute promos in a room all by myself in a rocking chair about Randy Orton. Because if that had been 2000, the fans would have tuned out as soon as you didn't hit a catchphrase every 10 seconds. Literally, when you'd be out there, it would be like, if you didn't have something to say, bam, and you'd up yours, and kiss my ass. And it was, fans were, they became ingrained to the idea that you had to get a pop every 10 seconds. And that was unfortunate. So I hope we go back to the old days where they just say, hey, this is what I want you to get across, do it in your own way.
Give us 5 minutes and do it that way.
Give us 5 minutes and get these points across.
Right, absolutely.
Okay, Bill,
question
we're out of time. We've just got time for one quick question back here.
All right,
Is that okay?
Right over here.
Mick, did you enjoy your time at ECW? And if it came back, would you jump at the chance of going over there again? And can I have my picture taken, please?
I love my time in ECW. Obviously, I got a little frustration out in some of those Kane Dewey type promos, but I really liked it. I always look back fondly on that group of people, and I know they're doing a couple of ECW reunion shows, and I don't know if I will be a part of them.
Why, Mick?
Well, you know what?
They're all here.
Here's the thing. I was just explaining to a young man. I ate the driest chicken of my life just a few minutes ago at the cafe, and I said, people in WWE will say I'm difficult to work with because I don't jump at every chance I get, and I would need somebody from that office to sit down and explain to me why this was going to be a good idea and how they were going to make it special and how they were going to introduce the guys so they wasn't just 20 former ECW guys jumping out at one time. And unless they can do that, I don't really want to be a part of it. They could explain why it was going to be good. Because thanks. Nostalgia is great, but it's only great if it kind of, recalls the fond memory of the past, not makes you wish they'd never re-entered the picture.
Is Paul Heyman the guy who has to tell you what it's going to be like?
If Paul Heyman is not a part of the show, they're insane. I don't care how mad they are at.
That's right. And Joey Styles.
Joey Styles needs to be part of that
Absolutely.
show. AJ Styles needs to be part of that. And Sacco? No, Sabu. Sabu needs to be part of that show. Yeah. Hey, you know what? They're doing just so you know, if you guys want to be in on this. Anybody out there with a lot of money? This is a legit deal. I got contacted about doing well, Terry Funk's my idol, but this is a serious matter, and I wasn't.
All right, Mick Foley, it's a serious matter.
Well, Bill, what I did is the people in Japan got a hold of me about doing a benefit show for Sabu in Tokyo, April 17th. And I called back. I said, "Man, I'm doing a walkathon, for a local charity. I can't bail out on the walkathon." I said, "But you know what?" I said, "I've got that. Not too many of those original, legitimate WWF title belts. The real deal." And I said, "It's not doing me any good." I gave a promo a few years ago about how it's sitting in my closet, kind of smelling up the clothes in there. But I understand that it's a valuable piece of our business's history. So I said, hey, if there's ever a time and a place to put that up for auction and donate all the money to Sabu, I said it might be a chance to really make a. So I don't know. I just proposed that idea yesterday. I don't know if they're going to go for it or not, but I imagine if it would be an email, an e-type deal, an e-auction. You've got to remember, I don't know how to turn on a computer, let alone a woman. But if somebody's into that, we might be able to raise a lot of money, and you might have a cherished heirloom.
It's a great idea.
Yeah.
It's a great idea. Ladies and gentlemen, Mick, any last thoughts here you'd like to leave us with until the show tonight?
Oh, man, you know what? I'm excited. Anytime someone contacts me, the last thing in the world you want is to show up and have nobody there. It would be like an Al Snow autograph signing. And apparently you guys have just about sold this place out. They're expected to sell it out. And the thing is, maybe I'm helping out a little bit, but basically you guys are going to see some great wrestlers. Guys I know from TNA, from ROH, from Japan, local guys, and this is a big, big show, and I think you're going to see a great show, and it's always be a great part of it. I don't know what I'm going to do. I just know that I've got a sock in my pants.
I thought you were just glad to see them.
All right, you want that picture? And then I believe they have a table over there, and I've got pictures.
Yes, they do. Ladies and gentlemen, the hardcore legend, Mick Foley.